It's now time for Trivia Tracks with yours truly, Price Robertson. This edition of Trivia Tracks is brought to you by
ProMed Ambulance Services. Care you can count on.
And Beth Smith at Edward Jones. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. In 1972, producer James Komack's hit TV show The Courtship of Eddie's Father ended its run after 3 seasons. By 1974, NBC already had a hit with Sanford & Son and approached Komack about developing a sitcom that, like Sanford and yet another TV hit, All in the Family, dealt with racial issues on a regular basis. The result was Chico and the Man, starring Jack Albertson as Ed Brown, a crusty widowed Anglo, and as Chico, up-and-comer Freddie Prinze. Chico Rodriguez was an upbeat, optimistic young Mexican who eventually joined up with Ed at his LA garage. Chico and the Man was unique in that it was the first television series set in a Mexican-American neighborhood. The chemistry between the characters of Ed and Chico was a major factor in making the show a hit in its first 2 seasons. It debuted in the top 10 and remained in the top 30 for its second season. Jose Feliciano, who wrote and performed the title theme, appeared in one episode as Chico's cousin, and Della Reese would have a recurring role as Ed's landlady, Della Rogers. The other supporting cast members were Scatman Crothers, who portrayed Louie Wilson, Ed's friend and garbage man, Bonnie Boland, who played Mabel, the mail lady, Isaac Ruiz, who portrayed Mando, one of Chico's friends, and Ronnie Graham, who played Reverend Bemis. Jeannie Lanero appeared in several episodes as one of Chico's more constant girlfriends, nurse Liz Garcia. In addition to Jose Feliciano, other notable guest stars included Sammy Davis Jr., who appeared as himself, Cesar Romero, who played Chico's absentee father, Shelley Winters, who played the owner of the local bakery, Star Trek alumnus George Takei, who played Ed's supposed long-lost son from his time in Japan during World War II, Penny Marshall, who showed up as a waitress in one episode, football star Rosie Greer, who played himself, Della's date for a charity benefit dance, silent film actress Carmel Myers, who played a former star now fallen on Hard Times, brings in her car for repairs and stays in the garage while looking for work, and Jim Jordan, of radio's Fibber McGee and Molly, who appeared in one episode as a mechanic who used to be a big businessman until he was victimized by his own company's retirement age mandate. This was one of a string of media appearances, and the only one he ever made in a TV series the 80-year-old Jordan made in a brief late 1970s comeback. Chico's background was revealed as being Mexican on his father's side and Puerto Rican on his mother's side. And, in a nod to Prince's faux Hungarian ancestry, my grandmother speaks a little Hungarian. Though Prince's paternal ancestry was actually German, in his stage act he would claim his father was Hungarian, thereby allowing him to comically refer to himself as Hungarican. Off the set, however, Freddie Prinze was plagued by demons. After struggling with depression and drug use, on January 28, 1977, the 22-year-old comedian shot himself. He was taken off life support and died the following day. The last episode to star Prinze, Ed Talks to God, which aired 3 months later, was taped several hours before Prince's death. Producers considered canceling the show at first, but opted instead to try replacing the character. To write Chico out of the script, they had the other characters comment that he had gone to visit his father in Mexico. The 3rd season finished out with 3 Chico-less episodes focusing on other characters in the show. At the start of the 4th season, Gabriel Melgar joined the cast as Raul, a young orphan whom Ed takes under his wing. Charo was added to the mix as well, playing Raul's overprotective aunt. Later that season, Julie Hill was added to the cast as Monica, Ed's attractive 18-year-old adopted niece. In one 2-part episode, Raul discovers Chico's belongings in a closet. Ed catches Raul playing Chico's guitar, and Ed smashes it on the van in anger. Raul believes Ed does not love him anymore and runs away to Mexico. Ed goes after him and finally explains to Raul that Chico had died, but did not say how, putting a measure of closure on the fate of Chico in the series. Without Freddie Prinze, Chico and the Man's ratings suffered, and the show was canceled in the summer of 1978. By that time, James Komack had another successful show with Welcome Back, Kotter, which ended its run in 1979, also after 4 seasons. Till next time, I'm Price Robertson. Amazed by today's trivia? Then join me for Trivia Tracks weekdays at 6:45 on Everybody's Country Y95.